everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about exercises to avoid if you're suffering from pelvic floor weakness. Now, if you're suffering from pelvic floor weakness, you want to keep the legs only at about a shoulder's distance apart. We don't want to be taking them wider than your shoulder hip distance, as you might find that causes more symptoms. So as you can see here, the urethra, which connects to the bladder, passes through the pelvic floor. So we want to keep that tight. You can find that when we take that wider stance or a splitting of the legs, that it causes you to not be able to have control because you already have a weakened pelvic floor. So something like these sumo squats that are quite wide, you'll find as you squat down, it kind of makes you feel like you want to pee, or it does actually cause a little bit of wee to come out. So we want to avoid anything in this really wide squat position. We also want to avoid these deep lunges. So again, we're splitting the legs apart and also coming down quite deep. A lot of women also, when they come down, are not engaging their pelvic floor as they come back up again. And that results also in putting downward pressure on the pelvic floor. Here is another example, side lunges in a couple of different variations. So again, those legs are quite wide apart, and for a lot of women, they're going to push down on that pelvic floor as they come back to an upright position. This shows here the inner abdominal pressure. So we have the diaphragm, your transverse abdominis, and the pelvic floor. So for a lot of people, they actually bear down on the pelvic floor, but as you can see with the arrows, we actually want to lift it up. So when we're at the bottom of the squatting position, we actually want to do a pelvic floor contraction and lift up. Step ups here, as you can see, with quite a high step would generally make a lot of women push down on their pelvic floor. And again, that's going to likely cause you to have some kind of leakage. And as a lot of you will know, jump squats. So anything in the jumping, again, causes that lack of control.